90s, and more whatever than ever before. 93.9 Bob FM with Cheap Trick, and I Want You to Want Me. It is Stuntman and the Shark, live from Wendy and Dave's house in Nepean. It is dsplumbing.ca that's welcomed Sandy and I into their home this morning because they spent $3,200 for the Humane Society a number of months back for the fur ball. And we are pleased to be here this morning. Everybody's here. Dave's mom, Audrey, and Big Dave is also in the background, and their kids, Scott and Holly, and some of the employees from dsplumbing.ca, and even the neighbors are welcome to drop by as well this morning here as we are sitting in the kitchen.
And we have been on the receiving end of some generous offers this morning, including the opportunity to eat some toast with Marmite on it. Scott, explain what this is for people who don't know what Marmite is.
Marmite is a type of ingredient smooth thing that I guess you put on your toast with yeast extract, salt, dehydrated carrots, onions, and spice extracts. And Sandy here absolutely hates the smell. And my mom and I, when we get to the chance, we just put a bunch of it on our toast and just eat it in like a minute.
So this is a British version of Vegemite, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you're right. You took the cap off and you put it under my nose, and I ran out of the room. However, I did say Stu will eat anything.
No.
Stu will eat anything.
Oh,
so here, Scott, encourage Stu to eat the Marmite.
You must eat it.
All right, so you put the Marmite on a piece of toast?
Yes.
All right.
With
good
margarine.
Lord. Oh, good Lord, it smells gross.
It's very salty.
I've just taken a bite. Now, let me ask you a question about the Marmite. Why avoid the middleman? Why don't I just go right for the box of salt? That is terrible.
I'd rather have the Marmite because a box of salt would just not taste the same because this one's got more flavor to it.
Flavor in Marmite?
Yeah, it's got all sorts of stuff. It's got all sorts of spices in it, so...
Let me ask you something, Scott. Have you ever heard of peanut butter or jam?
Yeah.
Hey, I wonder, though, I'm starting to think there might be a connection here.
What?
You and I, Stu, obviously turning up our noses and being kind of disgusted at Marmite. Wendy and Dave in the plumbing business. Is there a connection between Marmite and perhaps overusing a toilet an hour later?
Well, you know what? After the bite that I just took, I'm going to find out.
What's that, Scott?
The answer.
Okay.
The toilet gets clogged up.
Oh, out of the mouths of babes.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I say fantastic, not in the Marmite either. No, I'm not eating the rest of it, Wendy. You can give that to
Give that to Truffle.
Yeah, just Truffle is the Marmite. Yeah, Truffle is eating the Marmite without any hesitation. It is, of course, as we continue live from Wendy and Dave's house this morning, dsplumbing.ca spent a lot of money to have us here this morning. We are going to continue to have some fun. Before 8 o'clock, we will give you an opportunity to win your way to Blue Rodeo. Another round of Cuddy or Keeler is on the way. Can I get a big glass of water, please, after the Marmite? It's Stuntman and the Shark on Bob FM. 80s, 90s, and more whatever than ever before. 93.9 Bob FM with Stuntman and the Shark. It is going up to a high today of 25. It's 18 degrees right now. We have a slight chance of showers this morning. We are live from Wendy and Dave's house. dsplumbing.ca was kind enough to have us here this morning. A big fundraiser for the Humane Society a number of months back. You may have remembered we spent one morning broadcasting from Howard Yeagendorf and Associates office, and this morning from Wendy and Dave's kitchen here in Nepean. And Sandy is laughing.
Okay, I have to explain because this is radio. Nobody knows what I'm laughing at. Being at Wendy and Dave's house and with the kids and the animals everywhere, I'm so at home here. I absolutely love a house that's filled with animals and kids. And Wendy has kept this a secret from you, Stu. I will pass the microphone over to Wendy, and she can explain what is in her arms right now.
Yeah, because normally as Sandy sits to my left, and then I sort of catch out of the corner of my eye, I've got now Wendy to my left, and I just caught a quick glance. What is in your arms right now?
I have one of our rats. That's a skunk. And we have two rats. They're both male, and the other one's called Marmite, and this one's called Skunk. And they're very friendly. We've only had them about a week, and they're very friendly. So I'll pass it on to you, shall I?
No, I'm quite fine.
Sure?
I'm just quite
Stu,
fine.
come on, hold the rat.
I'm quite fine watching him in your arms right now. No, I'm good. Really? Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm fantastic.
He's very friendly.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Yes, he
He's
is.
also very manly, this rat.
Well, I'm glad he's manly. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is quite manly. Yes, he is quite manly. Yes.
Are you serious, Stu? You would not hold the rat?
I'm the biggest
Come
chicken.
on.
I'm the
Why?
biggest because I'm jealous of how he's very well endowed.
He doesn't want to hold the rat because he's jealous of him. Wendy, rats really do make good pets, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They're very friendly. They're very intelligent, and you can actually.
It's
get them out
crawling
and
up
get
the
them out
side of
toes.
your face.
I know, it's fine. The tails usually put people off, but you actually get used to it after a while, and they use their tails to sort of counterbalance themselves, so they'll just crawl around your back and then balance themselves with their tail and wrap the tail around your face.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
So we met your dog Truffle, and you have some cats, and you have 2 rats. Do you have any armadillos, pot-bellied pigs, any kind of lizards?
no, I think we Googled what we've got now. Scott would like a bird at some point, but I think we'll do that a little bit later on.
See, a bird I would hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaded chicken. So obviously your hearts are so in the right place with the fact that you're such big donors for the Ottawa Humane Society. Wendy and Dave from DS Plumbing. We'll be chatting a little bit more about your connection with the Humane Society as we go on throughout the morning.
And an opportunity is mentioned to win your way to Blue Rodeo as well before 8 o'clock at Stunt Band on the Shark, live from Wendy and Dave's house for dsplumbing.ca. '80s, '90s, and more, whatever than ever before. 93.9 Bob FM, Prince, and When Doves Cry. Good morning, it's Stunt Band and the Shark. If we sound like we're in a busier place this morning than our usual spot at 87 George, it's because we are in the middle of Nepean in the Greenbank and Baseline area as we are live from Wendy and Dave's house for dsplumbing.ca. This is a Humane Society fundraiser for the Furball back in the spring, where we gave anybody the opportunity to have us live in their home, and it came down to Wendy and Dave and Howard Yegendorf and Associates, who each paid $3,200 to have us broadcast from their respective homes or businesses. And we were at the law offices a couple of months ago, and that was a lot of fun. And certainly here this morning at Wendy and Dave's house with their kids, and the in-laws are here, and coworkers are stopping by. So it's turning out to be a real fun morning. And just before we went to our news break, you had Wendy, because there's so many pets in this house, Wendy gave you their pet rat to hold.
Yes, his name is Skunk.
And what did Skunk do to you?
He pooped on me
There you go.
twice.
Well done, Skunk.
But you know what? I don't care about that kind of stuff. That doesn't bother me at all. I grew up with animals that I've been pooped on by more animals than you would ever know.
That should be on your business card. Sandy Sharkey, I've been pooped on. Now, Dave from DS Plumbing, I tweeted the logo for DS Plumbing earlier this morning because I want, and of course you can see it for yourself at dsplumbing.ca, but it is a picture of a cat trying to drink from a toilet bowl. And it's a great story, and DS Plumbing is a great story, which we're going to get to,
Yes.
before 8 o'clock.
We are going to get to that whole story. Dave is waiting to tell us all about DS Plumbing and how you want to make them your plumber here in the city of Ottawa. But for now, we have some tickets to give away to Blue Rodeo that are coming to the National Capital Equestrian Park. The National Capital Show Jumping Championship, August 21st. It's fantastic. Horses and Blue Rodeo. What a great combination. So we are playing a version of Cuddy versus Keeler.
Hammer has put together 5 clips. He's put them back to back, and what you have to do, just like yesterday, is let us know in the order that you hear. Is it Cuddy, Keeler, Cuddy, Hammer? Let's hear it.
Talk is cheap, here comes again. This could happen. Strange and beautiful, falling in love.
Now, Sandy, you are the resident Blue Rodeo superfan.
Yep.
On our show. Should we play it again?
Yes, I think we should play it again.
Talk is cheap, here comes again. This could happen. Strange and beautiful, falling in love.
There you go. I think you know it. Blue Rodeo has 2 singers, Jim Cuddy, Greg Keeler. We need you to identify who is singing what in order. and you've got yourself a pair of tickets for August 21st.
613-7504-BOB or 613-750-9393. 93.9 Bob FM. It's 80s, 90s, and more, whatever than ever before, with Stunt Band and the Shark and Blue Rodeo. And we are live this morning from Wendy and Dave's house for dsplumbing.ca. And the owner, Dave Smythe, is with us right now. And of course, the kitchen is becoming a big hub of activity right now as we're in your home. But your actual offices, Dave, are located in Bell's Corners.
Yes, that's correct.
So tell us about DS Plumbing. What exactly does DS Plumbing do? Do you install new stuff, or when it hits the fan, do people then call you?
It works both ways. We're a professional service provider, and as such, we'll do pretty well whatever comes our way, and we'll do it as best as humanly possible. We do obviously all the new fixture installations. We get into a certain amount of renovation work, but our mainstay is actually purely service work. So if you have tap, toilet, water pipe problem, water filtration, treatment, that sort of stuff, I mean, we'll take care of pretty well all water-related needs.
Somebody buys a brand new dishwasher and the store doesn't, when they drop it off the dishwasher in your kitchen, they say, good luck. And do they call you then? Will you hook up a dishwasher?
Yes, we certainly do. That's something we do a reasonable amount of. We'll stick in new ones in new homes, and we'll take the old ones out and replace them as well. It's just one of those sort of gray areas that when people get the machines, they don't always know who to call, and so we get the calls and we certainly stick them in.
Now, when someone has a plumbing issue, whether it's a black toilet or whatever, they have a choice of a plumber to call. I think that what you need to do before you make your decision is look into the company. Are they good community people? Do they give back? And that's why we are here today, because DS Plumbing has decided to give back to the community in the form of a very nice check to the Ottawa Humane Society. So when you are making your choice of plumber, please consider DS Plumbing. They have an amazing website, dsplumbing.ca. Everything is on there, and it has a sense of humor about it. Wendy and Dave, down to earth, great people. We have a snapshot into your lives here. We've got animals all over the place. You have two beautiful kids, amazing family that have joined you here. And you are community-minded people, and I absolutely love the logo, which is a cat drinking out of the toilet.
Yes, it's just, we like to call things as we see them, and animals are so natural, and they just assume our environment and do whatever they want to do with it. So many people seem to have animals
that drink out of the toilet. I know I do, but I wasn't going to ask you this on the air, but you know what, I just have to, Dave. What is the strangest thing that you have ever retrieved out of a toilet?
Oh, this should be good.
Well,
Hammer, you might want to start going to that song now.
There's a number of things that get pulled out. If you can imagine it gets in there. I think the funniest one I had was a gentleman who had problems on and off with his toilet for several months. And when I got there, we ended up having to remove his toilet and trying to figure out what was blocking it. And after a lot of toing and froing and work with his toilet, we pulled out a BlackBerry. And the gentleman says,
that's my worst nightmare.
So this particular guy is looking at this going, well, it's kind of odd. It's not mine.
Oh, no.
And then he starts thinking about what happened, several months before. And he says, well, you know what? I was here. I had a party in my house. I had my friends over. And obviously one of them must have dropped this thing in their toilet while using it, and never told him. And so he at that point, which I thought was rather amusing, he actually took a picture of this phone and then started emailing his friends with this picture to say, whose is it? Who didn't tell me this was in my...
So from now on, when you have a party, you get everybody to leave their keys at the front door and leave your BlackBerries at the front door as well. We will continue here with Stunt Band and the Shark live from Wendy and Dave's house. It's dsplumbing.ca. Great supporters of the Ottawa Humane Society here on Bob FM.